Hey you guys, today I'm talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta season 10 episode. I don't know. It will be in the description box. I have forgot. It had been such on a break that I forgot it came on. And you guys know I have been celebrating my birthday weekend. So, and I just turned 40. So, I've been dedicating myself to turning up for my 40th birthday. So I really haven't been watching TV. Shout out to everybody that wished me happy birthday and everything and made my birthday very nice for me. Shout out to my mom for making my birthday really, really nice for me and my sister. We had so much fun and on our cruise. It was so much fun. I can't wait to go back. We're trying to plan to go back really, really soon. So hopefully in September, I think we're going to try to go back. So if you guys want to come with me and my family on a cruise, we are going through, I think Expedia and trying to get us some cruise line tickets for September. So hit me up if y'all want to be a part of the function. But this episode of Real Housewives was actually okay. I was able to get through it without being too mad. We're going to talk about things that wasn't really too much before we get into the things that was really deep and I really want to talk about. So, we're going to talk about Portia and Ricky Smiley talking about her and her date that she had went on, that she didn't like the dude and it wasn't no chemistry. They tried to play it off like Portia and Ricky Smiley kind of was flirting but really wasn't flirting and was trying to keep it professional type stuff. I think that was just a play for productions because I don't think neither one of them is really feeling each other like that. I think they're really cool friends and it is what it is for them. Like I said, it really wasn't that much. Noelle and Cynthia, they was at the house and they was talking about whatever because I kind of tuned them out, but I know Will called and I kind of tuned that whole situation out. I'm still with the Will as an opportunist. I'm just really not sold on the Will and Cynthia thing like everybody else is. So it is what it is. Her and her daughter getting along. They was going to be watching movies. Like I said, I tuned them out. Kandi and the OLG gang, they got a problem. I still got on my work shirt. Yeah, I do. But it's my Friday, so I'm cool. But anyway, Kandi, them OLG ladies had me rolling. And they whole thing is they need new people at OLG restaurant because I guess the general manager quit. It's some things that they want fixed in a restaurant as far as attire, the way things are set up in the thing. And when Kandi said people in her family, like when the older people don't like something, she try to please them and make it better and all that kind of stuff. And I'm sitting there like, why, girl, you grown? I understand not being disrespectful, but that's your restaurant, your name, your money. Why do you have to change things because they don't like it? I understand their faces on it and all that kind of stuff, but that's still your restaurant. So for you to be saying, I'm going to do something to please them, I'm like, oh my gosh, she have not grown up yet. She is still a little girl, and I don't have time for that. But they end up like interviewing this dude for a general manager, and I'm telling y'all, I'm the type of person I can kind of tell if they're gonna fit in with a crew within like the first 10 minutes of them walking in. And when he walked in the first 10 seconds, I was like, I don't think he's going to fit in well with them. Maybe the aunties and Don Juan should have interviewed him because even though Kandi was side-eyeing him and was saying he's talking a good game, I just was sitting there like, I don't give a damn how good he is, how professional he is. He's not going to fit in with that crew. Not even just the other employees. He's not going to fit in with the candy-coated night crew. So why put him through that? Them old ladies are going to rip him to shreds. He is not going to want to deal with their attitude. So and then I kept saying, he's talking a good game, but he's not telling us in examples of how he can diffuse situations, how he's a team player. I'm that type of person. If I'm gonna interview you or whatever, can you tell me how can you make my company better or how can you contribute to the company? it was just like he was real textbook. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't like personable. So I was just like, okay, that's her money. If that's where she want to put it, okay, whatever. But that's what was that. What else happened? Marlo and Nene meet up at Nene's house. I hate fake friends, and it's hard. It's hard to watch when they just be fake ass friends, but be willing to shade each other on the side. I just be like, okay. I don't understand where friends, they be so friends and be like, well, ooh, your house looks so nice. I ain't never been in your house, or, you know, that type of stuff. Or, oh, we friends, and when we get together, we get drunk. And that's the way we have a good time. I just be like, they're not real friends, and it's hard to watch. But we gonna play it up. And Nene's childish. It makes me not want to review this season because she's very childish, but act like she's better than. I have a problem with people being really, really childish, but then act like you're better than. No. And then you don't want to really be on Portia's side, but you be like, why is she acting like the grown one in this situation? She's willing to have a grown-up conversation instead of sitting across somebody having little smirks when you can tell they don't want to be there. I could not deal with Nene. Marlo wants them to all sit down at her house so she can have airtime. I'm just saying. She wants them to sit at her house so they can hash this thing out, because apparently she gets along with Portia and she gets along with Nene, and she wants everybody to be able to be fashionable and cute together, I guess. I don't know. It's funny how Marlo was acting like her and Nene and Portia kind of hung out before, but the way you let Portia tell it, it's like they didn't start getting along until, or she didn't really get to know her until San Francisco. And I'm sitting there like, well, why was she trying to get her and Nene together way before that, acting like they was missing somebody in a group or something? But now she's acting like y'all just started being cool. Then Bravo shaded the shit out of Portia when they showed that flashback of Portia and Marlo sitting down, I guess, in San Francisco, and Marlo told her she had a booger in her nose. I said, Bravo is so shady when it comes to Portia. But when Marlo was telling Nene about this meetup, Nene didn't want to do it. She didn't want to do it. And I'm the type of person, why are we making people be friends? Why are we forcing people to hash out their differences that don't really want to do it? I have a problem with that. And you can tell all on Nene's face that she didn't want to do it, but hell, I'm gonna do it for the cameras. Okay. They all meet up at Marlo's house. Nice house. Very nice house. But they all meet up. They had Cynthia come, and I'm with Portia. And I wish Portia would have kind of brought this all up in their face, but maybe she just didn't have a chance. But she was trying to say like how Nene and Homegirl didn't get along, and Marlo, Nene, and Cynthia didn't get along, and she wants to see how they were all able to get past that. You know what I'm saying? And she wanted Cynthia to bring up how Nene came after her job too. You know what I'm saying? Because Cynthia did tell Portia that when they were in San Francisco. So she feel like, okay, bring that up in Nene's face and let's see how that. But that ain't how it went. They brought it up like, oh, we all had our differences and we were all able to get past it. So we want y'all to get past it type shit. But to me, when they start talking, it still don't seem like Nene wants Portia to own up to her shit, but it was like, I'm not going to own up to my shit. I just want her to kiss my ass and say that I helped her, I was there for her, but not me say, well, she did some things wrong, I did some things wrong, let's see how we can move past it. No, Nene's whole thing was, how can Portia apologize to her and then they can move past it? How can Portia acknowledge that Nene was there for her through her divorce and this and that? But I'm like, that's not why y'all fell out, Nene. Okay, cool. You were there for her. You're not giving her the opportunity, which she keeps saying that you were there for her and y'all was cool and y'all were talking and she was the little sister type shit. But at the same time, I'm like, Nene never lets Portia get to that part. She always kind of shuts her down. She never wants to own up to shit. She deflects to something kind of else. And even when Portia was like, let's get to the bigger picture of why it's a problem, and Nene kind of shut her down, and they really never got to the bigger picture of why they don't get along. So Portia was just kind of over it. Like, I could tell all on your face that you don't want to talk to me, you don't want to be here, you're over it. And Nene's still giving her face of, bitch, yeah, I can care less. I don't give a damn. You beneath me type stuff. And Portia was over it. And I was over it with Portia. Like, stop kissing her ass. Stop trying to be her friend. Stop trying to be cordial. It's not going to happen. Because regardless if y'all get back to a place, she's still not going to be a real friend to you. She still wants you to be the person in a group that looks up to her. Y'all not equal. Y'all never will be equal. Regardless of how y'all will become back cordial, you will never be equal as friends to Nene. Never. When she bust out Nene, because Nene was like, I was calling you and texting you and you wasn't replying. She was like, Nene, you text me twice. And Nene just was like, yeah, but still trying to overtalk that shit like we didn't hear that part. But I'm like, girl, I'm over Nene. I'm just so over her. It is what it is. Who cares? Who else I didn't talk about? Kandi. Fake ass. Oh my God. I don't know why they deal with her. She a shit starter. She fake. When she met up with Sheree, I think at Sheree house, she was like, "Oh girl, I ain't been in here without a crowd." And I'm sitting there like, "Cause y'all ain't really friends. That's why you ain't never been over there without a damn event. Maybe she don't stay there. I don't know." But I'm like, what kind of friends are y'all that y'all live in the same city? You never been over there unless it was a crowd or an event, or like, it's stupid. So they talked about the whole talking to the kids, and Sheree was like, well, I didn't really go into details with the kids. And I'm sitting there like, that's because we are looking at it like this. Some people looking at it like, oh, Sheree, but I'm looking at it like, okay, that's why you didn't tell your kids, and y'all didn't go into details and all that kind of stuff. It is what it is. But they start talking about fake ass Kandi brings up, about, I'm so surprised that you were so open about your boyfriend and yada yada yada. And they gonna say, cause Nene called him scam artists. I was like, what? So you sat there and had this whole conversation with Nene. Go tell Sheree how you said you hope he don't scam her out of Chateau Terrell. Don't tell her a little bit of part of it, and then don't tell her the whole conversation y'all was having and talking about her behind her fucking back. I don't like people like that. Kandi is fake as fuck. I hope Nene read the shit out of her for that one. But so Sheree gets mad at Nene. Of course, I would too. And she starts saying, Nene and Greg got mugshots, so don't come at her, man. You know what I'm saying? When you don't want your shit out there, you don't want to bring your past up, don't, talk about my man. Which I can totally understand, because I thought Nene was foul for that when she went and was smiling in his girl face about her being happy, and then went back to Kandi and them and told them about the boy being a scam artist. But Kandi, you was fake as fuck to go back to Sheree with that gossip. That was so wrong. I just wasn't here for that. Now let's talk about Kenya. Kenya's having this, she wants to have this PSA for domestic violence. First she meets up, with Derek Blake, the photographer, famous photographer for the celebrities. We seen all his little back-throughs or whatever. He's really, really dope. But they were talking, and then Sheree comes up, because Sheree is supposed to be helping Kenya with this or whatever. Sheree don't know nothing about the behind the scenes, but she wants her name on it. I have a problem with that. Even like Kenya was laughing at her, looking at her like, bitch, please. Like, because all the girls have this role to play in the PSA, but for some reason, Sheree told her at the beginning she didn't know if she wanted to be partners with her when she asked her to be partners. But all of a sudden, Kenya got this ball rolling and she's got all this stuff going. Now you want to be a part of it. Now you want to have your name a part of it. When Kenya say, well, you want to be my intern? Because it's like, how can you say you want to be the partner and the face of this and you have no knowledge of the behind the scenes? So you just want your name a part of it, but you don't want to do the work? Like, no. So I was looking at her like really, really foul. Even when she went and talked to Kandi about Kenya, not reaching out to her and shit like that. And I'm like, why would Kenya reach out to you when this is what Kenya does? This is her profession. This is her life. People are going to look at her because she's a producer. So why put you on that just for your name and your face when you really not going to do the work? You really don't have the experience. It's like, bitch, like Trump. Like, come on now, being a president with no fucking experience. That's what she want to do. She want to be the person but with no experience but want your name on it. You don't go sit your ass down, Sheree. Like, come on. And then I think because she wasn't what she wanted to be, she played this thing out of when it was time to do the PSA. Oh, when she wasn't there on time and they was calling her, oh, I had an accident. Was everybody looking at me like, you had an accident, but you're not going to the hospital, you're not going home to lay down, but you come here, you crying because you want to do this so bad, because you want your face out there so bad, but you in so much pain, you this. I was just looking at the screen like, Sheree, if you don't sit your fake fraud ass down, like, come on, you didn't want Kenya to have the credit of her putting this together probably by herself and doing a good job, because I thought the PSA was amazing. I thought she really did a good job. I like how she had Shamia tell her story, Cynthia mom tell her story. When them ladies told their stories, I was in tears. I was just like, oh my God, my heart went out for both of them. Glad they both got out the situation before it got worse. But I was still looking at Sheree like, bitch, please. But I was so proud of all the other women acting like grown-ass women and coming there with no drama and talking about a good cause. I thought that was really dope. But yeah, I thought just Sheree kind of took my energy down from that whole PSA thing. But kudos to Kenya, because she did a really, really good job to get all these ladies together. No arguing, no fighting. And Kenya still was trying to be there for Sheree. She was like, I'm just glad you are okay. Regardless if Kenya felt like that or not, that she seemed sincere in that situation of making sure she was okay, telling her that, she didn't have to, you know what I'm saying? But she was glad that she was there. So that's my review for Real Housewives of Atlanta. If I missed anything, okay. The most important was the PSA from Kenya, and that's what it should have been directed to, the PSA from Kenya, and how good that was. And I'll talk to y'all later. I'm about to do my Love and Hip Hop reviews. I got to catch up on Black Ink Crew. I'm still trying. It's going to take me a minute, but I will have them up my days off. I have the next 2 days off, so I will try to get my videos up right and get back on schedule. But like I said, thank you everybody for the birthday wishes. All right, peace out.